things that are so personal that they become broad because we all go through things that are similar. And the message will be believe in yourself and like go past fear and doubt when you want to do something.
Ik zit hier in BIRD Rotterdam met de enige echte Adi Oasis. Haar album Lotus Glow is net uit en het heeft nu al 10 miljoen streams op Spotify. Fantastisch, een ware hit zou je kunnen zeggen. Adi, welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I almost the end of this leg of the tour.
Okay.
So I'm happy to be here, and I'm also like ready to go soon.
Yeah, I can imagine. You're 5 months pregnant now?
6 now.
6, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So
I crossed over, just started the 6 months during the tour, and it's actually funny because I see myself getting bigger.
yeah.
I'm bigger now than when I started the tour.
Oh, really? Do you feel mini-me kicking as well during the shows?
Actually, last night in Utrecht was the first time that I felt the baby kicking during the show. Usually, it kind of puts the baby to sleep, I think, when I'm dancing. I don't know. Or singing. But yeah, last night I felt the kicks.
Great, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Great pronunciation on Utrecht, by the way. A lot of people have problems with that.
I played there last year, and I made sure to ask people how to say it. So now.
That went great.
Thank you.
Amazing. Nice. Very nice. So your album Lotus Glow.
Yeah.
In every song there's a message, really. It's about female empowerment. It's about gun control. If there's one message to take away from Lotus Glow, what would it be?
I guess the one message would be, I mean, it's about my stories, but it's also about things that are so personal that they become broad because we all go through things that are similar. And the message would be believe in yourself and like go past fear and doubt when you want to do something, because you never regret it.
True. And in that sense, you are talking about fear, about getting past that fear. You also talk a lot about dreaming.
Yeah.
And this is quite a dream. I mean, this is amazing. How did you get past that fear?
I think you have to go through it first. You have to admit that the fear is there. You have to, if you're feeling the fear, it means you're already making progress. One of the really good advice I got before was put yourself in danger. And you know, it's good to live that way. Like if we're too comfortable, I mean, listen, some people's lifestyle is very comfortable and I'm not judging anyone, and you know, my grandmothers, and I dedicated my album to them, lived in the same house their whole life, had all these kids.
Yeah.
And you know, we have the privilege now to go after our dreams.
Yeah.
And that's why I talk about, you know, injustice, because sometimes we get stopped on the road because you're a person of color, because you're a woman, because you're an immigrant.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's really about just trying your best within your context to go for what you feel like you should be doing.
Yeah, great. And especially nice that you're talking about your grandmothers, because their lives were so different from you, actually. How did they feel about you becoming an artist?
Well, one of them passed away a long time ago. I mean, about 10, 15 years ago.
My condolences.
Yeah, it's okay. She had 11 kids. She was born in 1910. But the funny story about her name is Sidonie, and she has a whole song dedicated to her on the album.
Yeah.
When I moved to New York, and this is a lady who had a farm and lived by herself in a 60-acre farm by herself. And I said, I just moved to New York. She looked at me and laughed and said, "You're gonna be so lonely and so bored."
Oh.
It stays with me because it really shows what really truly matters. And for her, like being surrounded with like millions of people doesn't mean to have company.
Yeah.
So it's really about being good with yourself and close to the people who matter.
Yeah. Wow, that's an amazing message, really.
Yeah.
And you know, let's go back to the beginning, because you're talking about your grandma, and you know, you grew up in France.
Yeah.
What kind of music did you grow up with?
So my father's from a Caribbean island called Martinique.
Lovely.
So we had a lot of that music at home. It sounds like what's being played right now is
Zouk.
Yeah. So I grew up with Zouk, a lot of reggae. Both my parents are huge reggae fans.
Yeah.
So that's from very little, and then I have older siblings who were fans of like Prince and Whitney Houston, and you know all the like big time 80s, 90s stuff.
Yeah.
So I grew up with all that, and what was played on the radio when I grew up was like, you know, R&B, like American R&B, the good old like, you know, Lauryn Hill and Erica, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of inspiration and also very many female strong artists. I mean, Lauryn Hill, you mentioned her.
Yeah, even I remember, you know, because I had a conversation with my brother about it. Tina Turner,
Yeah.
because she just passed.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Tina. We love you. Was huge in my house too. Like we used to watch videos. I was a little girl, like 6, 7 years old, just watching videos of Tina Turner performing.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, was printed in my mind.
Yeah. And was that the moment where you thought, you know what, this is what I want to do as well?
I don't know. There wasn't one moment. It's always been there. I've always known that that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the move to New York, how exciting. Was it easy to do that? And did you get into the flow of, okay, I'm an artist and I'm doing this right now and this is happening? Or did it came a gradual journey of getting there?
I think it was like the first, it was more like, okay, let's do this. And then it took a long time, of course, once I was there. But yeah, after 5 days in New York, the energy of the city and the number of people that were encouraging and just so positive at the thought of hearing somebody say, I want to be a star, I want to be a singer, I want to be a musician. It fed my soul, and it just gave me so much strength and let me know that I was in the right place for it.
It was like a community of musicians really strengthening your dreams.
Yeah, musicians, but also non-musicians. Everybody in New York, like 90% of people that I know are not from New York and came to New York with a dream. So it's just, you know, this ball of energy of people that are constantly inspiring.
Great, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now you have the song on your album, Lotus Glow, Get It, Got It.
Yeah.
And the question I have, did you get it, got it?
I get it, got it every time that I you know, walk out of the house and with my head high on my shoulders, and that I'm happy with who I am and what I'm doing, and know that I have more to look forward to.
Wow, so what's next?
Well, this baby is next. Being a mother while still developing my career, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah, just, you know, my hope for this year actually, and then I don't know, because this year I'll be probably busy with breastfeeding a child, but I would say, you know, to just stay inspired, because I toured so much and I put out this album, and I just want to make another album that's even better. You know, I want to just be even more inspired.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we're very much looking forward to that, believe me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adi, and check her out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.